Joining us now on the Digitized Bharat e-Conclave is Dr. Vivek Bindra, motivational speaker and founder of BaraBusiness.com. An education technology startup, Bara Business has expanded its workforce by almost 300% this financial year, adding more than 300 employees to its workforce across the country amid a surge in demand for digital learning in COVID times. Dr. Bindra, welcome to the conclave.
Dhanewad, thank you very much.
Okay, tell us about your journey and the inception of BaraBusiness.com. What was the inspiration behind it?
Wow, thank you very much. My inspiration behind is simple. The consumer's need is the food for your growth factory. When you understand there's a need, don't focus on the greed in the business, focus on the need in the business. And there was a huge need, largely unorganized business training market, low consumer trust in business training centers because there was no hand-holding support available. There are about 130 million SMEs and MSMEs and another 120 million solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. So business training market was controlled by small-time trainers with no means to reach out pan-India. So there was a huge need. And what was the need about? Let me share with you. There was a lack of business education. No MSME mentoring was happening right now. Lack on vernacular content. Even if there is some organization, they're not giving vernacular content. Then time availability was an issue because those were physical distribution centers and we also created a digital distribution on content. Low quality teachers was a challenge. So that's also gave me a feeling that we really need to bring out faculties who are billionaires in themselves. So we proudly like to share that we have over about 75 billionaires and industry experts as professors with us who are teaching this business content. Another challenge that I could see was minimum education qualification was required for management education. So we have actually surpassed that hurdle also. Another challenge was high cost of MBA education. So we have made it really affordable. We have brought it at a price point of 750 rupee per month for a student and 1500 rupee per month for an entrepreneur who's doing business. So there was a low success rate in business which was visible to all of us.
Okay.
Through our 27 million subscribers and about 100 million monthly active users across all platforms, we have created this program called Everything About Entrepreneurship, and that's helping us. So basically, there's a huge total addressable market size of about 250 million and the obtainable market size of about 100 million. So we wanted to understand that there's a growth in market, growth in content through vernacularization and growth in reach. So we wanted to ensure through this program of anytime, anywhere, any device, no minimum education required, voice, video, vernacular, business training program across spectrum.
Those are huge numbers. Clearly, it's a big market that you decided to tap into. Now, you said in an interview that in a post-COVID environment, not only has digital learning witnessed a boost, there's also been a surge in requirement for upskilling and business training for entrepreneurs looking to adapt their businesses to the new normal. Tell us about this new normal for businesses and how are you helping them?
The new normal is simple. Those 8 weeks of April and May in 2020 were the game changers of this world. There's a new adoption curve. There's a complete digital adoption on building the ability and flexibility of consuming content and doing meetings and webinars and running the businesses online. Now, what they needed was understanding of branding, strategy, technology, case study, legal, finance, execution, operation, fundraising, sales marketing, HR, working capital, ERP, $0 marketing, presentation skills, e-commerce, debt management, customer service, a lot of topics that they wanted to understand. So that's how we gave this digital distribution of the content. And we're focusing on somebody where nobody was focusing on.
Okay.
हम उसके लिए काम करते हैं जिसके लिए कोई काम नहीं करता. Because for see, if you look at carefully, the top of the market in India, there are top consulting companies like KPMG, like PricewaterhouseCoopers. There'll be organizations like Ernst & Young, and others will be there. For the lower, which is the bottom of the market, the bottom of the pyramid, there are skill building programs, initiatives done by the government of India. But the entire middle of the market, which was missing, which nobody was taking care of them, because they were paying capacity was lesser, So we wanted to build programs for them, personality development, human resource.
Okay.
How do you start a startup? How do you raise funds? How do you do stress management, scale a startup, family run business? How do you grow your sales? Sometimes you'll be surprised to know लोगों को ये भी नहीं मालूम कि मैं अपना Gmail account कैसे बनाऊं, मैं अपना basic English क्या होती है business करने के लिए. So there's a huge market for business automation.
That is interesting. I have to say, you know, you've been targeting MSMEs, which you said is a huge industry by itself, but was practically off the grid. But you know, there is no doubt the digital world offers immense opportunities for growth to these MSMEs as well, not just the big corporates. As a motivational speaker who also trains management teams in marketing strategy, how do you see these opportunities growing after the pandemic? What role do you think the internet plays today, for example, in a business success?
See, if you understand, post-pandemic, the world has changed. So the edtech environment has, I think, we've seen 5 times growth in the investment coming in comparison to the last years of investors who had some interest in Indian market. So now I could see about over $2.8 billion of fresh investment coming in within this year. And then the numbers are growing. They're very, very exciting numbers. Now, what's visible is basically how it will only work if you don't give theoretical-based content, but you give those theoretical classroom-based approach of conventional learning methodologies have to be replaced. Therefore, what we did, we picked up who's best in which business and let's give action-oriented content.
Now, what, according to you, are the advantages of businesses having their own portals? How does social media add value to these businesses?
Yeah. So basically, things are getting digital now. The manpower eventually will get replaced with the right CRMs, the chatbots, the dialers. This is how you actually save your manpower cost. If you have the right technology automation with the portals, you've asked about portals and websites. I'll run around the associated parts around it also. See, the favorable change in cost of customer acquisition can be brought with the right data analysis that you actually get on your portals, on your websites. And then if you can integrate your portal with the CRM and put a dialer behind it, you can actually immediately call your customer, whoever came to your website. If he came to your website, he filled in a form, you've got a hot data with you, you can immediately put a dialer behind and call him. So then you've got to next strategy with the portal is digital automation. So what happens is your lead generation, digital marketing, digital campaign, your cost of customer acquisition goes down in comparison to hoardings, the newspaper, the ad, the print, the media, radio, the digital marketing initiatives with the Facebook campaign, the LinkedIn, the Instagram. So they are actually low cost options for better targeting. You can actually really target your audience and you can automate that through website conversion. So it's a very good question. What I want to share with you here is, if you can then train your manpower to use the digital automation, then what happens is your employee, if he gets empowered to understand that, then your COCA, your cost of customer acquisition, further goes down. On the hint side, if your manpower is not trained and the conversion ratio is poor, then your cost of customer acquisition goes up. So then with the website, you also understand that how do you improve your user experience? How do you, what do you do to actually serve your customer better? Because you understand your drop-offs. कहाँ पे customer आपको छोड़ के निकल जाता है, किधर customer आपको reject कर देता है. So you can actually build an attention on retention. So then with that you can have a service center small जिसमें आप customer को रोके रखने के लिए एक साधारण भाषा में you can build a department, you can train your teams in such a way. Then of course portals, they help you build endorsements also. You can build your testimonial route on your portals. विश्वास पैदा करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका ये नहीं कि जब आप अपनी तारीफ करते हैं, बल्कि वो है जब दुनिया आपकी तारीफ करे. So on the website, on social media channels, on WhatsApp groups, you start showcasing your testimonial route that helps you. Don't hesitate to ask testimonials. What we actually teach our people also. Then you ask your existing happy customers also to give you ratings and reviews. That also helps you on your portal.
I think
because on portals you get your new potential buyers, and then you can focus on your real target market. And on, of course, what happens is finally the content marketing is the new way now. आप भी अपना चैनल रन कर रहे हैं, आपके चैनल पे ट्रैफिक कब आएगा? जब आपका कंटेंट अच्छा होगा.
Content is king, right?
Is not king, it is kingdom now. राजा नहीं है content, साम्राज्य है. क्या है? साम्राज्य है.
It's not just king, it is
statistical,
the
informational,
kingdom
timeline,
itself.
process, geographical, comparative, hierarchy based. More content you give, best content you give,
Yes.
then your pichla customer becomes your agla customer.
Okay.
And he wants to come
I think
back.
that is a very quotable quote. Content is not just king, but the kingdom itself. Finally, the pandemic has been an unprecedented challenge, I beg your pardon, for everyone. What's your mantra for survival and growth in these tough times? What would your advice to our viewers be?
Steve Jobs कहते हैं stay hungry, stay foolish. भूख होनी चाहिए सीखने की और अपने को इतना अज्ञानी तो माने कि जब कोई सिखाए तो उसको सीखते वक्त उसको रजिस्टर कर सकें. So one important thing is कि your earning is directly proportionate to your learning. Pandemic के बाद the world has completely changed. ज़माना बदल चुका है. We've got to understand how webinars and seminars are increasing through webinar format. How do you actually give new life to your old data? How do you give your new life to it? You've got to network in a new way post-pandemic in digital formats. And then, frankly speaking, my mantra is very simple, which I want to repeat. The words of Steve Jobs: stay hungry, stay foolish, learn more. जितना ज़्यादा learn करेंगे, because you're an average of 5 people you keep yourself in your life around. Who are you living around? Who is guiding you? Who is your? Are you taking advice from Shakuni or Manthara, or you're taking advice from Lord Krishna? Who are your advisors and guides around you? Who is your brainwashing partner? Brain to wash होएगा, आपको depend करता है कराना किससे.
So I must say there that that's not just good advice for the viewers, that's also a great sales pitch. But on that note, thank you so much for speaking to us. It's been a pleasure having you on the conclave.
Thank you.